This week on a brand new episode of Strong Arm Sports Podcast.
This probably is time, and I might end up editing all this out, but I just want to know.
Nah, hell no, don't edit this. Hell no, let
bro,
this fly.
if you go get a massage and they, let's say, hey, we seen Rush Hour 2. You go get a massage and they offer you a happy ending, you not gonna take it.
Bro, see this?
We supposed to be the losers, but we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we grinning though. They used to tell me never in my lifetime. I guess they wasn't in their right mind.
Alrighty, what's going on, folks? Welcome to a brand new exciting episode of Strong Arm Sports Podcast. People tell me that we the realest in the land, in all the land.
True.
Man, in all the land.
True.
That was about 3 or 4 L's when I say all. I'm talking about all. I just want to make sure you with me. Anyway, folks, we are back to wrap up the previous week of sports in dramatic fashion with no BS, no sugarcoating, no biases, only the strong arm truth. Y'all already know the routine, but if this happens to be the first time you guys have caught our show here on YouTube, or if you're listening on any of our various podcast channels, on one half of the show, I go by the name of K Spade, the Prospect.
And I'm your boy, Paris 57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports. Spade!
Yes, sir.
Bro, what a show we got for them today. You hear me? Listen, man, Spade, I want to start in a place we normally don't. Well, and probably until March. We'll be in this territory in March, but we normally not here. And I'm talking about college basketball. Spade. Oh man, NCAA and ESPN was making this huge deal about North Carolina versus Duke, Zion versus, I don't even know who played for North Carolina. I don't even know, but it was the Zion Bowl. It was tickets selling for $2, $3, $4, $5. I read somewhere that one ticket sold for damn near $10,000, which is just absurd. That's crazy. And if you guys didn't know, Zion got injured in like the opening minute of the game. It was the opening tip off, and Zion bust the move and bust right up out this sneaker. Like, what was it? The Paul George 5s? What was it?
PG2s.
I don't know shoes.
PG2s.
It was the PG2s.
Yep.
And bust up out them joints, yo. Spade, not only did Zion get hurt, but it was a star-studded crowd that didn't get to see who people are projecting to be the #1 pick. You know, everybody was there to see Zion. You know, Duke played North Carolina, but they was there to see Zion.
Yep.
Nike stock tanked. That shit went down. They lost reportedly close to $1 billion.
Yep. Because
of this situation. Paul George called Nike, asked Nike, what happened? Like, you trying to get to the bottom of this? What the hell happened with the shoe? Spade, I gotta ask you. I mean, it's just a bunch of questions. Should Zion return? 1. 2, do you think the NBA needs to implement a new rule where players, don't even have to go to college? It's been reported that they trying to work something out and they sent it over to the Players Association and the crap got to get approved. But do you think players should be able to go right back to high school how it used to be? I got to ask you, man, is Nike stock going? I mean, Nike losing $1 billion ain't really a big deal because, I mean, they got billions of dollars.
Ooh. But
is their stock going to bounce back? Should people not rock Paul George? Man, Spade, what the hell? What's going on?
It's a lot to unpack here. I want to start with this. I've been on the fence about whether or not Zion should return because it would just be catastrophic if something happened to this guy and he never got a chance to live his NBA dreams. He never got a chance to finish the journey he on, because the only thing that can keep him from getting to the NBA and I think being a really good player is injury. It's another part of me that's torn, though, Paris. Okay. He didn't get hurt on a contact play. He didn't get hurt from somebody playing too rough or too physical or landing on somebody else's foot. Any of the things that typically cause an injury. It's a fluke injury of a shoe blowing up. Now, unfortunately for Nike, it's not as fluke as I want to believe. This is at least the 5th Nike shoe that has done this that I can recall. It's happened to Aaron Gordon. It's happened to Manu Ginobili.
Spade, you a shoe guy.
I am.
How does that happen, though? Like, how does that happen?
I mean, for the average person, I don't think it ever happens. But for basketball players, what makes a really good basketball shoe is how sturdy and how stable it can be when you cut on a dime and change directions. And that's exactly what Zion was trying to do. And I'm not trying to cape for Nike. I'm not. But a 6'8", 6'9", damn near 300-pound dude cutting on a dime on a shoe that's been a tad bit worn because allegedly, I'm doing air quotes, allegedly he had been playing in that shoe all season. Now, all season ain't even 30 games. It's only been like 25, 26 games. So it ain't been that long. And for, you know, the price of these shoes, you want to believe these shoes can hold up. But again, I want to let people know, a college basketball player, he don't wear his shoes at the same like depreciation rate that you and I wear our shoes. We putting them shits on and we walking to the store. We might post up on the corner if a chick watching. That's all we doing. But that, you know, 30, 40 minutes a night running, cutting on a dime back and forth, it's a lot of wear and tear on a shoe. Now, I heard the great Charles Barkley, who happens to be one of my favorite players of all time, say that when he was playing, he would change shoes once a week. He wouldn't play in them longer than a week. I saw some athletes said that they change their shoes every night. Now, with that, shoes typically still need to be kind of broken in a little bit for playing in, so you don't want to break in a new pair of shoes every night. I guess there's really no right or wrong answer for this. It's a terrible look for Nike, and an even worse look, I feel like, for the NCAA. Right after this, LaPaz, the NBA put out a new proposal to allow players to come to the league at 18, which is what it used to be one point in time. And I really feel like if you just watch, the league is the league really finna bust a move to cut the NCAA out of it. And I'm not saying all together. It's still gonna be some guys that need to go to college. It's gonna be some guys that choose to go to refine their game. There's gonna be players that want to go to get an education. There's gonna be players that draft stock ain't really high enough, so they're gonna go whatever reasons. It's still gonna be players in college basketball, but
and vice versa, Spade. There's gonna be players that go right to the league and they ain't gonna make it.
That's facts too. But if you look at what they did with the G League, they already made some changes there. But they said that the G League can offer a salary to top high school players that don't want to go straight to college. So the league see what's up and they in on it. Now, you may choose to give some of this credit to LeVar Ball. I know that league didn't turn out to be what everybody thought it was going to be. But if nothing else, it looked like it proved that there was at least a market for kids coming straight out of high school that was ready to play some form of professional ball and get paid for it. The bad thing to me, LaPaz, is the fact that, like you said, man, tickets was going OD high. The night of the game, and I know it was cheaper tickets that had been sold, it said at this present time, the cheapest ticket still available for the Duke-UNC game was over $3,500. So the fact that somebody was putting up $2, $3, maybe even $4,000 for a ticket and going there to see Zion get injured that early in the game on a non-contact, blown-out shoe injury, it's catastrophic, man. Like, that sucks, and that's a bad look for Nike. You spoke on the fact that Nike lost over $1 billion. What I saw said roughly $1.1 billion. It put a lot of pressure on Paul George, too. You got Paul George, whose namesake is on the shoe, saying, hey, I called Nike. I want to find out what's going on. I mean, I want to make sure that Zion's okay. I wish him a speedy recovery. It put everybody in a bad spot. And at the end of the day,
let me tell you something that I didn't know, though.
What's that?
Paul George has the most worn shoe in basketball, not just college basketball, not just the NBA, basketball as a whole. He has the most worn basketball shoe. That's just crazy to me. I don't know if it's necessary, if they was necessarily saying that shoe or just his series of shoes, but Paul George has the most worn basketball shoe, which is just crazy. I did not know that.
I can believe it because I'm willing to bet 1 year and maybe my basketball guys, maybe if BC come through a Cam or one of the young like college hoopers that we know come through, I wouldn't be shocked if a few years ago it was the Hyper Dunks. It wasn't because the Hyper Dunks were like the world's greatest shoe or, you know, or whatever reason. It was a pretty good basketball shoe and it was kind of offered in a crap load of colorways so teams would buy them to make it like the team shoe. And I think the PG2 has become like the newer version of that. It's a really good basketball. Well, I might but not toss around that word really, but it's a pretty good basketball shoe. It's offered in a variety of colorways, and a lot of times you'll see a team say, this is the team shoe, and cop that shoe. Now, obviously not so much in the pros, but a lot of universities, I would imagine, probably cop PG2s for the entire team, especially teams, you know, that's got Nike contracts anyway. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, the biggest thing to me is it really, for the first time, to me, highlighted the Williamson family. I don't feel like anybody else has spoke on that. Zion get hurt. He goes to the side. He's kind of walking around on the sideline. He goes back into the hallway, the tunnel, whatever you want to call it, and he's seen running back and forth. He's running, and he's ready to get back out there. And they said that his whole family went down into the tunnel, met with Zion, disappeared in the back, and we didn't see Zion anymore that night. And he's allegedly sitting out the next game against Syracuse. So this is why people feel like the family is stepping in and saying, wait, maybe it's best for you to just sit down and not play at all. If he didn't play any more LePairs, would you have a problem with that?
No, I get it. I mean, we see, you know, I know it's a different sport, but we see college football players, you know, especially guys that are projected to go high in the draft.
They sit out bowl games, bro.
They sit out bowl games, especially if it's like
this ain't a bowl game.
It don't matter that unicorn bowl. Like, they ain't playing in that. Like, they don't care about the Cheerio bowl. They don't care about getting a lifetime supply of Cheerios. Like, they not playing. If it ain't the national championship or a bigger bowl, they sit out. They not playing. Spade, listen. I don't have a problem with Zion sitting out. And like I said, I just said on the last show, players want to play. So Zion, if he's healthy, he probably want to play. But he gotta make a business decision, and hopefully the people around him is smart enough to tell him, hey, it's not worth it. Not at this stage. Duke out here gonna get Duke, Coach K, the Blue Devils. They gonna be all right. They gonna be all right. But this right here is your opportunity to not only set up your family for the rest of your life, but change your whole life. Change your life. Now, Charles Barkley had some choice words for Zion and was like, they making it about the money. It shouldn't be about the money. It should be about playing. Spade, that's easier to. And I love Charles Barkley.
It's easy to say when you got money.
It's easy to say when you got money. I don't know what type of background Zion come from, meaning like monetarily, financially. Yep. I don't know. Yep. I don't know if they got money or not, but I know it's easy to be like, oh, it shouldn't be about the money when your ass got millions of dollars in the bank. You on TV talking about basketball, making millions of dollars and winning Emmys and shit every year. It's way easier to say that to somebody that's broke and don't have no bread, sitting from where you at, Charles Barkley. And I love Charles Barkley, but you have the opportunity here to change your family life. Not just, if you're a smart person, you can change your family legacy for generations with the amount of money that's being passed around right now. I'm talking about kids. Like, you can change generations. So, I know players want to play, man. And that's all they want to do. That's why you see guys like KD, Giannis, remember Kobe, Jamal Crawford, all these guys that go to these leagues in the summertime and they just play ball.
Yeah, man.
They just play ball because players want to play ball, and I get it. But Zion cannot jeopardize his future in all this money for college. I'm sorry, he can't.
Yeah, I'm torn on it, bro. It's a part of me. I don't want to see Zion get hurt more than any more than anybody else, and. It's a part of me to say if he sat down and he decided not to play anymore, I'm not mad. There's another part of me that's like, if Zion is allowed to shut it down after 25 games, what's college basketball? What's the point? Because, if I'm the next class and I come in and I got high draft stock, I don't want to play. What's the point?
We was asking that question anyway. If the NBA and college wasn't working in cahoots to make this rule, he would have jumped in the league anyway.
Absolutely. I agree. And I think this is what the NBA sees. That's exactly why this proposal's been made. It's exactly why the changes have been made to the G League. And I'm expecting sooner rather than later, you're gonna see a big drop off. And the funny thing too, let me say this and then we'll move forward. I don't even think it's gonna hurt the college game. If anything, I think it's gonna help the college game. Because the college game is watered down right now because it's a bunch of guys that ain't going OD hard, or they don't want to get hurt, or they not playing in the tourney, or they not playing in the NIT. And I don't make them go there. If they got the talent to go straight to the league, let them go straight to the league. It'll be better for all involved parties. It'll be better for them. It'll be better for the league. It'll be better for NCAA. That's my hot take. I
agree with you 100%. You get these one and dones out of here, and then you getting guys that staying 2-3 years. I feel like we'll get back in our day, people used to stay 2-3 years. So we when we was watching college basketball, we'd be like, okay, we know these guys. I mean, it's a new slew of a whole new starting five with some of these teams every single year. And we'd be like, well, who the hell is this guy? We know Zion, we know Barrett, but who the hell are these other guys? And then after these guys leave, because they all gonna go one and done, it's a new five come in, and we'd be like, man, it's just a revolving door. So I agree with you, Spade. Just let them go to the league. If they fail, it's on him. It's just like everybody else in the workplace. Listen, you get a job, you don't do good, you get fired. Hey, welcome to the real world, young man. You just gonna have to figure it out like the rest of us. So if that's the decision you make, you want to go right out of high school, you know, you putting on big boy pants, so you better be prepared. I think Zion would have been ready to play in the NBA, man. It's just unfortunate how he got hurt because, like you said, it wasn't like he did a dunk or came down on his knees. Like the shoe. That's just crazy that the shoe exploded. But like you said, Spade.
It's not that. Like I said, it's not that crazy. It happened to Manu. It happened to Aaron Gordon.
But I'm just saying, like you said, we ain't never seen a guy as agile, fast, explosive at 6'8", damn near 300 pounds. I mean, you want to say Shaq. Shaq was 7'2", though. But Shaq didn't jump out the gym like Zion.
Yeah, I'm going to drop this list in case anybody want to know. Manu, Andrew Bogut, Tony Roten, and Aaron Gordon also had issues with Nike shoes, including a track and field guy that was trying to break a record, and his insoles was working themselves out the back of his shoes and up the back like where your heel go while he was running.
Jesus.
Anyway, let's move forward, bro. Let's talk about one of my favorite players, man. Buddy Hield is recently in the news for something good and or bad in a recent game.
I hate to say when Spade right, y'all.
You got
the God lead, man. Buddy Hield has been playing great. Well, and I think even when he got drafted by the Pelicans and everybody was saying Buddy was a bust, Spade was like, nah, he just got to get his chance. He got to get his opportunity. And Buddy is making the best of his situation out there in Sacramento. But go ahead, Spade.
So, Sacramento on the road playing against Golden State. That's already daunting task. Late in the game, with Sacramento down a few scores, Buddy Hield comes down early in the shot clock, right off transition, pulls about a 30-foot three-point shot, bangs it. It's a stoppage play, and you can hear the coach right here, Dave Yeager, and Buddy Hield exchanging words. And, you know, Yeager's not really digging the shot that Buddy took. Buddy's replies, but I made it. And allegedly, things got to the point where Yeager asked Buddy Hield, why don't you just coach the effing team then? All right? So, Kevin Durant is saying, I wish you could see this picture I'm looking at. Kevin Durant is kind of smiling. He's standing very close to Buddy Hield, and he can hear the full exchange. And after that, Kevin Durant asked Buddy Hield, hey, what's wrong with your coach? You just made a great shot. I don't know if that was KD being a troll or if that was KD really saying, like, man, I'm glad I don't have to deal with that over here because our coach let us do whatever the hell we want to do. But after that, at the end of the game, trailing by 2, the exact same look that Buddy Hield took previously and made and got bitched at for taking. He had that same look. Making that shot would have gave him the win. Instead, he put the ball on the floor. He stepped in for a 2. He tried to attempt a 2-point shot and missed it. LaParis, you saw the clip. What do you think about it? You think that was Yeager, or you think Buddy just froze in the moment?
It was 100% the coach's fault. Spade, we talk about something on this show all the time, and it's confidence. Like the belief that your coaches believe in you. If you believe your coaches and your teammates believe in you, that's all you need, and that can carry you through a season or your career. Spade, we played a video game, and we play these different basketball games, and it's different modes when you make your creative play and you team up together, you know, as a unit. And if you believe your teammates, even at something as small as a video game, believe in you to hit that clutch shot, hey, you won't make a miss. You ain't gonna be afraid to take that shot. But every time you take a shot and you hear, oh my gosh. Like, you're going to second guess and be like, yo, I might not need to pull this joint right here. And that's exactly what happened to Buddy Hield. I could see, let me tell you something. If the coach want to scrutinize Buddy Hield, that was not the time. It was still during the game. Y'all was close. Do that. That's why you watch film. You look on the tape and be like, Buddy, you made this. You know, Monday or whatever day y'all watch film, you come in there and you be like, Buddy, you made this shot, but this wasn't a good shot. You don't do it during the game. It totally messed with his confidence. He second-guessed himself, and that's why, I mean, whether he would have made or missed the shot, he literally just made this shot. Buddy been shooting phenomenal all year. All year. Whether he would have made or missed the shot, you took his confidence away, so we don't know what would have happened. Thank you, Coach. Good job, Coach.
Yeah, man.
100% the coach fault.
I agree with you. I agree. I went back and I pulled a clip while you was talking. I was thinking about this clip. If anybody haven't heard this clip, you might want to look it up. You can Google Gilbert Arenas pit bull on a leash. You could just Google that. But Gilbert Arenas, who those of us who was fortunate enough to see Gilbert before things kind of went left or right, you could argue that Gilbert Arenas was almost a Steph Curry build before Steph Curry. He was known for having range. He could shoot that thing and he'd walk away while the ball was still in the air, confident that the ball was going in. He recently, and I say recently, I guess it's probably, I don't know, maybe 6 months old at this point, but he had a interview where he said, what's scarier, a pit bull on a leash or a pit bull walking by himself? And the scenario he painted was, when you play players like Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, as a defender, it's scarier to guard those guys because they coach give them free reign to do whatever the hell they want to do. If Steph want to shoot it from half court, cool. If Russ want to shoot 13 times in a row, cool. As a defender, that is tougher to stop. What most coaches do, though, is they put their, and I hate to, these ain't my words, but they put their players on a leash. Where if you take too deep of a shot, you get fussed at. If you do too much of this, you get fussed at. If you don't pass enough, you get fussed at. And that makes a player less scary. It makes them less of a threat. They're more of a threat when you let them go. And obviously, I get it. Coaches, you know, it's a pecking order. You can't give all 5 players on the court the green light to do whatever the hell they want to do. Maybe you can if you go to state. But the point I'm getting at is a player like Buddy Hield, who you saw things he was capable of doing in college, and I realized that don't translate to the pros in every case. He's a player that I feel like proved that he could pull a shot. He could pull a shot that everybody can't make. He could pull a shot that might not be a great shot. If you look at some of the NBA greats, LePage, you look at Dirk, you look at Kobe, you look at D-Wade, look at some of the shots that these guys was notorious for making, man. There are actual photos of Kobe shooting with all 5 defenders jumping at him, hands in the air. You know? Mm-hmm. When it's same thing you said, it's really a confidence thing. But when a coach lets a player go, that's tough to stop, man. And I'm concerned. Look, a lot of folks feel like Yeager is a Coach of the Year candidate for the way he got that young team playing down there in Sacramento. So I'm not calling for him as a coach. I'm not saying he's a bad coach, but got me looking over there like, damn, he might really be holding these guys back. Like. And I know it's a thin line. The coach has to, like I say, it's a pecking order. The coach has to run the show. But it's a thin line, coach. Anytime your player come down and bang a shot on the road, trailing, I feel like the last thing you want to do is bitch at them right there on the spot, in front of the fans, in front of the opponents about a shot he made. Now, later.
Not the time.
Yeah, in film study later, if you want to say, buddy, now look at this shot. Now, you know this ain't the shot I want. I think that's the... I ain't trying to tell you how to do your job, coach. I'm just saying, I feel like that's a real bad look. And it don't seem like it worked out for you here at all.
I think anybody with logical sense, and like I said, we ain't out there, we ain't in the heat of the moment. He probably, he in the heat of the moment. Maybe he overreacted. Who knows? He in the heat. It's during the game. It's a close game. It's tight. They playing the Warriors. They in the game. They ain't getting blown out. It's right here. So maybe he overreacted, and I don't know, but Spade, I know what somebody going to say to your statement is, oh, but Kobe and Wade and Dirk, these guys are superstars. But
they was allowed to be superstars.
Spade, let me just say this. Somebody's going to say that, bro. And let me say this to them. Guess what? We'll never know if Buddy going to be a superstar because somebody may be holding him back. Somebody may be holding him back saying, don't do that. Don't shoot that. Don't do that. Come on, man. Like I said, if you want to criticize somebody in film study, hey, yo, you know what? I had a football coach. He told me, man, it's going to sound crazy now, but this is football terminology. He used to be like, yo, if it's a play and you bust all the way. Meaning, like, if it's a play and you make a mistake, make it all the way. Just go ahead. Like, you already made the mistake. And it's basically saying, look, if you jump off sides, go hit some damn body.
Yeah.
And Buddy didn't even make a mistake, but he literally just took that man's confidence and ripped it to shreds, at least for during that game. Because, like I said, Buddy has been playing phenomenal. He literally been one of their top 2 players. If you want to say Fox or Hield or Fox, he literally been one of their best players. And for you to just do that crap, I was looking at this, I couldn't believe it, bro. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
LaParis, I wasn't even sure what he was being fussed at about. Because I'm like, what'd he do? I was so lost because I
don't even know what he was mad at either. Was he mad at the distance of the shot? Was he mad that he took the shot early in the shot clock? I don't know what he was mad about.
I don't know. Dame Lillard offered his words of encouragement via Twitter. Dame Lillard said maybe if the coach didn't yell at him for making, in all caps, the same shot, he would have shot that MF. And of course, my boy Buddy was interviewed after the game, and his reply makes me a Buddy fan even more. He said, and I quote, "I should have pulled that bitch." You right, Buddy. You should have pulled it.
Yeah, man. And I'm gonna tell you that having somebody believe in you, man. Y'all don't know, man. That junk does a lot. And it can be ripped away just like that. He literally just pulled the same shot. Coach said some words to him, and he made that man second guess himself just like that. Because you want to know what? As a player, also, Spade, you are taught. It's instilled in you. Players play and coaches coach. Damn, my coach came down on me. You don't want to be that player that the coach come down on all the time. So maybe Buddy was like, man, I don't want to disappoint my coach. I don't want to take this bad shot again. And he went in and did like a floater or something, and it didn't work out. But sometimes, man, coaches overthink shit, man. I think Buddy would have got the point if Jaeger would have just did like a little look at him, like, you made that mug, but a little smirk. He would have got the point.
But he was pissed. The point, man. He was mad.
He literally like reprimanded him on the court, which is just absurd. I don't like it, bro. You know what? I was about to... Nah, I'm not going to say it. Because he been doing a good job coaching them people. I just think he was in the heat of the moment. That's what I'm hoping for. Because I was about to jump out the gym on his ass. I'm not going to say it yet. But let me just watch how the rest of this season go. It's only, 20 games left. Let me see how he coach him up the rest of the game. The rest of these games. But because if they don't do what I think they should do, I'm on his ass. Believe that.
Well, I mean, after that loss, they currently... I mean, if the playoffs started today, they won game out of 8th place. Okay, Jaeger. We watching.
Coach Jaeger. Good job. You ready to move on, bro?
Yes, sir.
Spade. First of all, I was going to say this during the Pick'em game, but you kind of finessed me last week with the Pick'em game.
No,
I
sir.
said Team Brown first.
I simply reminded you of what you said, sir.
Bro, I said Team Brown first. And then you was like, wait a minute. I thought you said, and then I was like, wait a minute. Westbrook was on Team Brown. You was like, no, he got traded. See, you kind of jacked me up, man. I took Team Giannis and I lost.
He did get traded.
But I had picked Team Brown first. You used my Westbrook fandom against me because you knew Bron drafted him and you knew he traded him. And I was confused on which team he was on. Anyway, that wasn't the only thing that happened during All-Star break, All-Star weekend.
What?
You guys didn't know? Kyrie and KD was spotted in the halls after the game, chopping it up. And it looked like Kyrie was throwing up twos, like, yo, we can get 2 maxes. I'm not saying he said that, but I'm saying he said that. Like, the Knicks got 2 maxes, or we can go somewhere and sign somewhere that got 2 maxes. I'm not saying Kyrie said that, but it looked like he was saying that. But, Spade, a lot of speculation that was going around about what they was conversing about during this clip.
Right.
And Kyrie, and allegedly KD is not happy about all this speculation that's going around about this clip, Spade.
Yeah.
Is it just these two dudes being divas again, overreacting, being sensitive as usual, or are we just, doing what we do, just making something out of nothing?
Bro, I like Kyrie.
I do too.
I go back and forth with Kevin Durant, but I like Kyrie. But look, man, Kyrie is so in the wrong on this. Let me just paint a picture for you. It was a locker room not far from where they were standing in the damn hallway having this conversation. Go in the locker room. Or maybe you don't want the other players on the team to hear you. I'm sure y'all got each other's number. Hit them up. Text them. Call them. Email them. DM them. You probably don't. Maybe you use your DMs for something else. My point is, look, man, nobody ain't have a hidden camera up on the wall. You knew you guys was in plain sight of several members of the media. You guys knew you weren't whispering. You knew this was going to come out. You knew it. So just like I don't like the fake rage. I don't like that. Like, this is my life and I should be able to talk. Kyrie, stop it. Stop it, bro. If it's a secret, take your ass in that locker room. You can say whatever. I feel like as long as Kyrie has been in the league, you ain't ever done that on some mess you don't want out. You ain't never leaned up to nobody and been like, man, I couldn't believe it, man. I had this fine joint back at the crib and my shit wouldn't work. It ain't no audio of that. All that stuff, you can get all that secret shit secret. But this right here, this conversation was done in the hallway. Come on, bro. I don't buy it, man. I feel like this is just them trying to stir up the media, and this is fake rage about it, fake outrage.
I think they both of them. I think they both media whores, bro. I think they are. I don't know if KD is,
but I'm looking at Kyrie strange, bro.
I think KD is the same guy, bro. I think they both media whores. They like the attention to be on them. And then they want to be able to be like, nah, y'all always overreacting. That wasn't the case. Yada, yada, yada. Come on, man. Like, unless they living in a bubble, you hear what everybody talking about, and you hear the speculation about everybody saying Kyrie to the Knicks and KD to the Knicks. You hear that. So when you see these two guys, bro, it was a clip. It was another clip. When KD was receiving his MVP, his All-Star MVP award, every other player was with their family. Who was the only player still there clapping behind KD? Kyrie. I feel like they did this on purpose.
I do too.
And to get everybody talking about them during All-Star weekend, let the spotlight be on them and make it hot. I feel like that's what they was trying to do, bruh. And then they come back and they come back to their respective teams and be like, oh my gosh, I don't know what you guys are talking about. You guys always turning something into nothing. I mean nothing into something and making a big deal out of. They always. I feel like these two dudes always do this, and I know somebody gonna be like, well, LeBron do it too, and y'all crucify LeBron for that shit. Y'all crucify him. I feel like these guys right here is doing that, and I think they are attention whores. That might have been what I wanted to say. Attention whores. They like all the attention on them.
That's tough.
Regardless how I get there. I felt like they was doing that crap for attention, bro. And then come back and be like, oh my gosh, I don't know what you're talking about. It's full of shit, man. They are attention whores. And I love Kyrie. That's my homie from Jersey. That's my dude. That's my dude. Yeah, but he an attention whore.
So let me ask you
this.
He's
not from Jersey?
No, he's not. If those guys end up being teammates for the Knicks, do you feel like people going to feel like this is where it was born or what? First of all, I wouldn't care.
Me neither. I was just about to say, if they do become teammates with the Knicks, I think it started way before this All-Star thing.
Me too.
Please believe. Listen, if the NBA don't think players is hollering at each other, at least on the phone, it's too many ways to get in contact with people. Especially other players, because these players ain't like the players from old school. These players buddy-buddy. So it's too easy to get in contact with each other nowadays for these players to not be colluding with each other. So the NBA is like, oh, we don't want our players colluding. We don't want teams colluding with other. Come on, man. It's collusion, okay? Let's cut the shit. Let's just cut the shit. It's collusion. So if these two players end up on the Knicks or these two players end up anywhere together, I don't think it started at the All-Star game. I think this shit started way before. Before.
Me too. I mean, and it's been a rumor way before now.
Word.
The conversation was just weird. It was almost like I don't know. I've been playing too much Apex, man. It was like a decoy. I felt like I don't know. It was just
look
weird.
At me, Spade. Look at us. It was look at us.
Staged.
I'm telling you, bro. They're attention whores, man. It's look at us, but don't look at us. It's look at us, but don't look at us. We talking about it, but we really not talking about it. That's what it is.
It's just stupid.
And that's the vibe I get from these guys. And like you said, Spade, I don't care. I don't care.
I don't either.
I don't care. They can go wherever they want to go. You're gonna be a free agent. Go where you want to go. But I don't like. I get you, Spade. I don't like the. Oh my gosh, what are you guys talking about? Stop making up stories. Stop clickbaiting. Cut this shit, man. They know what they're doing. These guys are smarter than they want us to believe they are. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. You ready to move on, bro?
Yeah, I ain't never understood nobody playing dumb or playing down their intelligence. I get it though. I like it. Yeah, let's move forward, man. From one of my cool guys, I like Kyrie, to another. This one right here, this one's going to set everybody off. So if you was waiting on that moment to be set off by the podcast, it is now here. For this one right here, man, let's go out to Houston. Let's talk Houston Rockets. Let's talk referee Scott Foster. Let's talk James Harden. Let's talk Chris Paul. Now, for those that don't know, James Harden, say what you want to say. I've been seeing a lot of comments up and down my timeline. People don't like, I don't know why, LaParis. James Harden is really not liked amongst a lot of people, and that's pretty obvious, because if he was liked, he have at least 2 MVP awards right now. People really was upset with James Harden.
To the point, Spade, I think. Listen, I'm gonna hate saying this on this show, because then Spade gonna be like, "See, you like James Harden." I don't dislike James Harden. I think James Harden is a phenomenal basketball player, and people got a problem with the way James Harden play. Listen. He's just playing how the rules is designed for today, which is perfectly fine to me. But Spade. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you go first. Go, Spade. Go.
Yeah, man. Here's the thing. James Harden was just recently in a game that it was against the Lakers. LeBron James and his Lakers, and the Rockets were up, and things just started to change. The tides of the game changed. It wasn't necessarily that the Rockets were choking. We've seen the Rockets choke before. I know what that looks like. It wasn't necessarily that. It was like, I don't know. It felt like the game was just getting away from the officials. So there was some calls that may or may not have been missed. It was some calls that were made that I'm still looking for. I don't understand why they was called. And James Harden fouled out. James Harden don't foul out often, and if I'm not mistaken, I think he had 4 offensive fouls in this game. Another whistle not long after James Harden was fouled out pissed Chris Paul off to the point that he kind of erupted, and he ended up getting himself ejected as well. After that game, both James Harden and Chris Paul had comments about referee Scott Foster. They said that Scott Foster, for some odd reason, had a personal vendetta against his team. Chris Paul took it as far as to say that he don't know what else to do. He has met with the league about it. Like, not that night of the game. Previously, he has met with the league. And I'm going to tell you something, LaParis. Yeah, I'm a Harden fan, and everybody probably going to call that out first and foremost. So before you do, I'll say it myself. I'm a Harden fan. But I'm going to tell you something. When a player feel like an official got an issue with him, even if the official doesn't, but the player feels it strongly enough that they go to the league to file a report about it, or to file a complaint, or whatever the hell they do when they go to the league. The league got to do something at that point. You can't turn around and still put that same official on those games, because now you got to worry about the official trying to get back at, you know, what is the word, LaParis, when you're trying to get back at somebody?
Vendetta?
Maybe. I don't feel like that's what I'm looking for, but I'll take that one too. It's like, if you pick somebody out of a lineup, I've been watching Suits, and you say, this guy right here, he's the guy who did the crime, and then that dude don't do no time, you just out there and you know the comeback, you know he coming back for you. And that's what I feel like went on here. Harden and Chris Paul both have problems with this official. The official was let back to officiate the game. And LaParis, you got some stats from this whole thing. I got some stats as well. But go ahead. What do you think about this whole thing with Scott Foster and the Rockets?
Listen, I just want to say the crazy thing about this, which I don't know if I ever seen it in a basketball game, that the Rockets did not shoot a free throw for the last 20 minutes of the game, which is just how?
The Rockets.
How in an NBA game For 20 minutes, you telling me they ain't earned not one trip to the stripe, to the charity stripe? Come on, that's just crazy. Now, Spade, I want to say this. It wasn't just a lot of former players have been speaking out, very verbal about this ref, this Scott Foster guy. Chauncey Billups had some choice words. If you guys watched the game Friday night that was on ESPN, he had some choice words about this ref, saying, yeah, me and him had a problem. Matt Barnes, who we know, Matt Barnes is the toughest light-skinned dude we know. He had some problems with this guy. And I know y'all like, who the hell is Matt Barnes? Like, he wasn't no star. He shouldn't have a problem with anybody.
They know Matt.
Who are
Matt
we
wasn't
to tell
enforcing.
these NBA players it wasn't something going on with this ref? Like, these guys are in the league. They can hear what this ref is saying to them. And listen, that's all I need. Chris Paul, James Harden, Chauncey Billups, Matt Barnes, and all we need is a center, and we have a starting five. That's all we need. If a center speak out, we have a starting five. Listen, something is up. Something is up. I don't know what it is, but something is going on with this ref. Something going on with this ref. Spade, I want to say this, though. Do you think your fandom shit for Harden have anything to do with anything you're about to, because I know you about to go. Yep. Do you think your fandom ship have anything to do with what you're about to say in defense of James Harden?
Nope. And because I knew that you was going to question
so if
that.
it was Steph Curry, would you still have the same energy?
Yep. Because you know what? Okay. Because I knew you was going to question that. That's why I came with facts. I got facts. That's what I mean. Let me know.
Spade, I got a question. This is SAS, bro. I got to question that because I know that's what the fans want me to say in this comment section. They're going to be like, man, Spade only saying this because he a fan of Harden. So I got to ask you the question.
I get it. Oh, yeah, and I know the word I was looking for, too. All right, so, Pete, here's the thing. Do you know the last time James Harden fouled out of a game?
No, I don't. I know.
It was December 22nd, 2017. Want to know who the official was? Scott Foster.
Don't tell me it was this guy.
It was Scott Foster. He was the lead official in that game. I got some more stuff here right here. Check this out. Foster is a long-tenured referee, but he's got a controversial history. Got some stuff right here. He's been a league official since the 94-95 season. He's taken many high-profile assignments. However, he's not well-liked amongst NBA players, and it's not just the Rockets. In 2016, the LA Times anonymously surveyed players on who they believe was the best official and the worst official. Foster was a landslide winner as the worst official. This was way back in 2016. Foster was also a close friend of disgraced referee Tim, how you say this dude's name? Donahue? That guy. Who was accused of gambling on NBA games, including the ones he's officiated. I got more, dog. This Donahue dude, he made 134 phone calls to Foster during a period in which he admitted to betting on games. Now, hey, I'm not trying to say that Scott Foster was betting too, but he sure as hell probably knew that this other dude was. Foster was ultimately cleared of any wrongdoings by the FBI, so that's not what I'm trying to say. And the league launched an investigation, and that also turned out that dude right there was, he wasn't gambling. I got some more stats for you though. Hold on. According to ESPN stats and info, Foster called 18 fouls, personal or technical, on Thursday night. 12 against the Rockets, 6 against the Lakers. 7 out of 12 fouls he called against Houston came in the fourth quarter, including a late game technical foul on Chris Paul, who has met with the league to complain about Foster in the past. I'm just telling you, man. This is a lot of this a lot of data. This ain't shit I can make up. This a lot of data, man. This is a lot of data. So revenge was the word I was looking for. If Chris Paul goes to the league about Scott Foster, let's say it was in 2016, and look, let me tell you, I got Chris Paul's quote right here. First of all, wait, I'm all over the place. This is what Harden said. He said, Scott Foster, man, I never really talk about officiating, but just rude and arrogant. I mean, if you aren't able to talk to him throughout the game, it's not even the call. It's who he is on the floor. It's pretty frustrating. You can't even have a conversation with dude. If you try to have a conversation with him, you get a tech. That's the relationship that Harden feel like he got with him. So then they go to Chris Paul.
Chauncey Billups said the same thing last night. The same
and you know Chauncey was
he said it's about the dialogue.
Yeah, Chauncey wasn't a bad dude like that. You know what I'm saying? Chris Paul said, I don't know what else to do. I've met with the league with him before, and I don't know what else to do. I got a tech tonight. Me and Scott Foster at his finest. He never fails. That's Scott. He's the man. That's who they pay to see. And that's clearly Chris Paul being sarcastic here because you know nobody pays to see the referee. But it's a legitimate issue here. I feel like it's enough players complaining against the guy. I feel like it's enough stats to show 20 minutes without a foul call for the Rockets. The Rockets? Come on, man. I don't like it, bro. I don't like it. And like I said, even if the league wants to say...
What's the move then? Should they fire this guy?
They ain't got to fire him. But at some point, you got to say, if we can't get to a place, you bring in the big wigs, you say, look, these players feel like this. They say they can't even talk to you. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to monitor your relationship with players. And if it seems like this is a thing, first of all, you can't, right now, you can't even let them officiate Rockets games. I'm sorry, you can't.
But I mean, it ain't only just I mean, the most of the complaints probably coming from the Rockets, but it's a ton of players complaining about this guy.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Spade, should they fire the guy?
Maybe. I hate to say anybody should be fired, bro, because I realize that
I don't want to say that either, but if enough, let's be honest, this is the NBA. This ain't the National Refs Association. They ain't coming. This is basketball. So if enough of these players are speaking out against this guy, then he gotta go. I'm sorry, he gotta go.
Let me speak to this. I'm reading one of the comments here, and I saw a few people put stuff like this on my timeline. So let me address this. You know, James Harden, he gets to the stripe more than anybody in the game. He takes advantage of every bendable rule in the NBA. Some people don't like that. In order to be a good referee, you got to be neutral. You can't come into a game like, this guy gets a lot of calls and I hate it, so I'm going to make sure I'm not the guy to give him a lot of calls. Because you've come into the game premeditated to call the game a certain way. And that instantly means you're a bad official. For the fans that's saying James Harden get a lot of calls, so he the last one that should be allowed to complain. I feel like we've seen James Harden, nobody's going to admit this, but I've seen James Harden get bad calls. I saw James Harden lose a game to the Celtics, I think it was last season, where he got called for 2 offensive fouls against flopping-ass Marcus Smart, who was just holding James Harden and not letting him get open for the inbound. And then when he tried to like push off to get open, Marcus Smart threw himself on the ground twice, and the Rockets lost that game, and James Harden didn't bitch about the officiating after that game at all. So I don't feel like he's that guy that complains about officiating a lot.
Scott Foster might have been a ref for that game too.
You know what? I want to look that up. I wonder, can I find that? I probably can't do it during the show, but I would look that up. The reason why I brought that up, somebody said winning is a little harder when the refs don't cater to you. James Harden is literally the last guy on earth that should complain about refs. And somebody replied to him and said, doesn't mean Harden is wrong, though. It also doesn't mean that Foster is a good ref. So that's the problem here. Like, people saying, well, James Harden get away with a lot, so it's okay for him to be screwed over here. It still don't make Scott Foster right, and it still don't make Scott Foster a good referee. It don't make him a good referee. So maybe y'all should, I don't know, just be mad at the refs that's not calling the travels that you feel like James Harden travels on. And LePage, let me get on my soapbox. I kind of got a running thing going. I got a running thing going with the Greek Freak. Greek Freak's a great player. We all know Giannis is a great player. I'll never deny that. James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo are the most traveling guys in the league in this current league. If you watch any Bucks game, you will see Giannis travel. Giannis travels his ass off. He travels his Greek ass off. And don't nobody talk about Giannis and his traveling. James Harden travels. Giannis travels. They both travel. Watch it, bro. It just kills me that everybody be like, oh, James Harden traveled. Man, Giannis... We watched a play at work the other day where Giannis traveled twice in one play. He was cutting to the basket. Somebody threw it to him. He caught it and took 3 steps. That was already a travel. He dribbled, and then he did like a 3-step Euro to finish. I see he traveled twice in that one damn play. That dude travels a lot. I know, I'm cool, bro. I had to get that up off me, man. I had to get that up off me.
They gotta find a resolution with this ref, man. Period.
A resolution? You think it can be resolved? I mean, it sounds like Chris Paul tried that.
Spade, I want to listen, man. If this guy want to continue to keep this job, yes, he needs to find a resolution. Whether I don't have the answer. Maybe not. You know what? How about let him be one of them refs that work in New Jersey? That when they reviewing something, they go to New Jersey to see what the call. Put him in there. Put him in that booth where they call him and be like, what's the call? Because if enough players, all these players, like I said, Chauncey been retired for how many years? Matt Barnes ain't played in how many years?
Oh yeah.
Listen, bro, these dudes is retired and they was complaining about this ref. So if this continued, then I'm sorry, this ref got to go. So if he want to keep his job, he better figure something out. I'm serious, and I agree with you, Spade. A ref is supposed to be. That's why I can't be a ref. Because if I was a ref in the NFL, I'm calling holding on whoever play the Cowboys. Every play, like it's the flag. It's a flag. Yeah. It's a flag. It's holding. It's a pass interference, and they ain't even gonna touch him. They're gonna be like, "What is this?" I'm calling. I'm not gonna be neutral. I'm sorry. I'm not. Yeah, but a ref, you're right. A ref is supposed to be neutral, and from what it looked like, this guy is really on some bullshit. And like I said, hearing guys like Chauncey Billups and Matt Barnes, and it was other players that was on numerous shows that was like, this guy gotta go. They want him fired, man. They want him out of here. So if he want to keep, how important is it to you, Scott Foster? Maybe you made millions of dollars betting with Donahue or whatever his name was, but how important is this job to you? Because you better figure it out, because they about to get your ass up out of here.
Yeah, man. I think every once in a while we get a reminder, LaPaz, that jobs aren't for everybody. I've said people that work in like home nurse, or even people that work in hospice. I've always said, man, to me those people are angels. That's not an easy job, you know. I don't feel like that's a job you can do for the money. Like, the money can be good. That don't make you good at a hospice job. Like, that, you got to be called to that job. And when I hear people say stuff like, oh, well, you know, it's Harden, so, you know, he gets a lot of calls, so he can't be mad. That just go to show, like, everybody can't do every job. I've said the same thing in other areas. I've heard people say, man, if I was a cop, hey, and I'd be worried about my life, I would just pull the gun on everybody. And that's why your punk ass can't be no cop. Like, every job ain't for everybody. So if you sitting here listening to this podcast, like, if it was James Harden, hey, I don't care if I called the game wrong on his behalf, but then your punk ass can't be a ref. If you a guy to say, I would just pull the gun on anybody to make sure I get home to my family at night, your punk ass can't be a cop. That's why you do whatever you do. Find the right job for you, and maybe this ain't the right job for Scott Foster, and policing sure as hell ain't the right job for a lot of the guys out there doing that job as well.
You can add doctor to that shit too, bro.
You ain't never
I know
lied.
It's hard to become a doctor, but you can't, you can't be a doctor and be like, you know, nah.
I don't feel like trying my best today on this surgery.
Word. You better be on your
Then your punk ass can't be no doctor.
You right, bro.
That's what's up. Stop signing up for jobs you know your heart ain't in. Stop doing shit you don't want to do. But, you know, that shit is crazy to me. That's crazy to me.
That's a good point. Spade, I don't. It might not. I mean, this season damn near over, but I'm going to be interested to see if they put this guy and he be like a playoff ref. You think this guy going to be a playoff ref?
Well, now I think he probably would have LaParis, but now I don't know if they can, because whether you agree or disagree, you can't deny the fact that this most recent game has put the spotlight on him probably brighter than it's been on him in years. So every game that Scott Foster officiates, we watching.
Oh yeah,
we watching,
and it might make him get his shit together, bro.
It might,
maybe. But you said the feds called him, and that I don't know. He still be in his bag, so I don't know.
Well, the feds just want to make sure he wasn't betting. They didn't give a shit if he was screwing over folks in the game.
He probably was betting too.
Probably. He probably was putting in on the old boy too. He was like, "What you calling me?"
Yeah, put 50. Yeah, put
me down for 5
on
racks on that too.
Put me down too. He was the bookie. He was calling the bookie and shit. But yeah. Spade, you ready to move on? I know you get real sentimental when you talk about Harden.
I'm not sentimental, bro. I'm just spitting these factuals, man. That's all. I'm ready to move on, though.
You got a soft spot for Harden. You know what I mean? You don't like nobody to pick on Harden.
Bro, I wouldn't care if it was Zach LaVine.
You was in your bag when they was saying, oh, Luka step back. You was like, I ain't Luka step back. That's James Harden step back.
First of all, I never said that. I never said
You was in your bizag.
Bro, first of all, I never said that.
You said that. You like, that ain't Luka. Luka step back. Where you think he got it from?
I never said that.
James. You spelled that. You spelled his name, bro. But anyway, you ready to move on, bro? Spade. We ain't gotta spend a lot of time on this. It's just you want to talk about. Hey, listen, man. Spade. I'm gonna break news on this show. I'm gonna say when, not if. When SAS Pop, we signed with Klutch Sports, bro. We signed with Klutch. That's going. Yeah, we signed with Klutch. Spade. If you guys didn't know Klutch
about that,
Spade, I'm making an executive decision. Bang! I'm banging the gavel. They're bringing the gavel right now. Bang! We signed with Klutch. Spade. If you guys didn't know, first of all, Klutch Sports already have a great roster. Like if you look at who is under Klutch Sports, if you guys didn't know, that is. I was about to say LeBron James, but that's not that's not his, but it's his. But Spade, I keep Rich Paul, that's his name. I keep wanting to say Maverick, but that's LeBron other boy. But it's Rich Paul's Klutch Sports.
Yep.
If you guys didn't know, he has a slew of athletes under there, Mark Jackson and a slew of other people. If you guys didn't know, Draymond is he's close, about this close, and I mean like y'all can see that. He about that close with signing to Klutch Sports. So the roster is getting even bigger, Spade. We ain't got to spend a lot of time on this. First of all, what do you think this says about the type of individual, a type of company that Rich Paul is trying to build, Klutch Sports and Draymond Green? You can elaborate. How do you think this will either help or hurt Draymond Green?
It can't do nothing but help. Do I need to go through this
bro.
client
Everybody
list?
over there getting paid.
Man, let me go through this client list for them, Lopez. They don't know. Let me just drop some names on y'all. Eric Bledsoe, Miles Bridges, Elijah Brown, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Anthony Davis, Akil Douglas, Terrence Ferguson, LeBron James, Corey Joseph, Costa Koufos, Scotty Lindsey, Trey Lyles, Ben McLemore, Marcus Morris, Markieff Morris, DeJounte Murray, Nerlens Noel, Ike Nwamu, Levi Randolph, Ben Simmons, J.R. Smith, Tristan Thompson, Deion Waiters, and John Wall.
Getting paid.
It's a lot of damn money in this group. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm just impressed, bro. Like, for those that don't know, Rich Paul didn't start off this thing being a sports agent. He didn't have any sports agent knowledge. LeBron James, out of high school, hired one of the top sports agents. And he was LeBron James. There was sports agents beating on the door to represent him. LeBron said, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Whoever be my agent, you got to let my boy shadow you. Like, he needs to tag along and learn what the hell you doing, because eventually one day, I'm leaving you to rock with my boy. But my boy don't know what the hell he doing right now. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you represent me, and in exchange, you're going to get the greatest basketball player currently playing, because MJ was retired by then. But you also got to teach my boy the ropes. And even people was cool with that because they was thinking, oh, shit, we can teach him whatever. He can't do this shit. And Rich can do this shit, obviously. Rich can do this shit, obviously, bro. And looking at the roster that he got, shit, man, that's impressive. That's impressive, man.
I want to say this real quick, too, man. And shout out to LeBron, because it's always that, oh, you left your boys behind. And I know Rich Paul and LeBron, people always say they went to high school together. They didn't. They didn't. He met him in an airport
in
when
Atlanta.
Rich Paul was selling throwbacks.
Yeah.
Like, he was selling throwback jerseys.
Yeah, man.
Like, flying between, like, Atlanta and, Akron or Cleveland or wherever, somewhere in Ohio, getting throwbacks and selling them. But anyway, this is how you build wealth. You now and fellas, and I'm saying fellas, but this can apply to females too, man. Friends, like you cannot be a burden. You can't be a tag along. Look at him, and I always talk about Maverick, but look at these guys, man. These guys are bringing value to LeBron, not just being like, yo, I need a Maybach and ain't doing nothing and causing LeBron problems. These dudes have legitimate jobs. They working, they creating their own money, their own lanes, as well as building this brand, this empire, so they all can be successful. And that is what it's about, man. That is what it's about. Not being. I remember I heard this story. Stephen A. Smith told it, but I already knew who it was about. He never said the player name, but it's about Kevin Garnett. And Kevin Garnett had a boy. When he first got drafted, he had a boy. And his boy kept getting in trouble, locked up, pulled over for like drug charges and all type of thing. And Kevin Garnett was always bailing him out. And they never said who was the person that told Kevin Garnett this, but an NBA veteran told Kevin Garnett, you got to get rid of this guy. He's costing you more money than he's worth. He's not bringing any value to the table. And Kevin Garnett, the dude had got locked up. Kevin Garnett paid his bail, bailed him out, and handed that man a suitcase with like $250,000 in cash in it, and was like, "This is it. Like, you're done. Like, don't ever come back to me. Like, I'm washing my hands with you. We're not friends no more. It's a wrap." Because that dude was causing more problems than he was worth, wasn't bringing him any value. And the crazy thing is, people like, well, shit, I know what people going to say, Spade. They're going to say, well, he still got $250,000, which is nothing compared to what he could have got if he would have, could have helped this boy out. Kevin Garnett is he's one of the most wealthiest NBA players ever as far as just NBA contract. He's made the most money. So $250,000 ain't nothing to wipe away a headache. That's somebody that you know you was going to consistently have to bail out and be a burden. But this is what it's about, and I gotta give LeBron James and his people the utmost respect, because they are doing it big over there. And Draymond see that, and he want to be a part of that. I get it.
Yep.
I get it.
Yeah, man. I'm just impressed. I'm impressed.
Too,
I was reading through it when you was talking. So he actually met LeBron when Brown was in high school, and he was coming. He was on his way to Atlanta. He was from Atlanta, whatever. But you was right. They met in the Akron airport back when LeBron was in high school, and he said it was fate. He just so happened to be wearing a jersey. Brown liked the jersey. Asked him where he could get one. Rich Paul gave him the connect. Said, "Hey, let him know that I recommended you. You get a discount." And they stayed in contact. They became friends. That's crazy. Like, if that ain't fate, I don't know what is. But Rich Paul also said that I wasn't one of Bron's boys from childhood. So, like, I knew I needed my own value. I needed some value. I didn't have, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
I didn't have to be able to just lay back and say, hey, I grew up with this dude. We've known each other forever. That wasn't the case. So, yeah, I'm just impressed with what they've been able to do. From one point in time, they was calling all these guys in Bron's camp his posse. And I don't know if you still can do that, man. These guys are accomplished businessmen, and they continue to build toward their resume every day. And getting Draymond would be huge, because now everybody, even if it don't mean this, everybody be looking like, oh, I wonder if that mean that Draymond and Bron is going. It's funny because when AD signed with Klutch Sports, everybody, including myself, was like, oh, it's a wrap. But we didn't do that when John Wall signed with Klutch Sports. You know what I'm saying? So it's just funny how that works. But I'm impressed with what those dudes have been able to do, man. I am
all about bringing value to the. Everybody always talk about, oh, I need a team. We got to be a team. But you got to bring value to the team, man. You just can't be a burden. You just can't be this word is corny, but you just can't be a flunky. Like a dude that's just there. You know, it's a lot of those guys in music space. You know this being, you know, how you used to get it in. But it's just people that just be in the studio. You be like, what do he do? Nothing. Yep. Like, he ain't no engineer. He don't make beats. He ain't nothing. He just there all the time. Yep. He there. Yep. Like, what do he do? Do something. You there. If you in the studio every day and you ain't learning how to work them boards or make beats or like do something, like you just wasting away. You gotta bring value, man. You gotta bring value. And them dudes over there, they get it. They get it.
Yeah, man, for sure. For sure. You can't be no leech. Bro. That's the lesson for today's show. Don't be no leech, man. Find out how you can contribute to the people around you. Let's move forward, bro. I got a new favorite rapper.
Okay.
You cool with that? Look, man. Meek Mill, a lot of people like Meek. And when Meek recognized talent, man, he liked to work with it. Meek recently gave my new favorite rapper a chain. What did it say? Champions on that. He gave him a champion's chain. Said, you a champion.
You said rapper?
Yes. Yes. Know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
I call him, what?
Go ahead, I'm listening. What's his name?
You know, all the good rappers got a little name. I call him Lil RK. Some people call him Robert Kraft. I call him Lil RK. Huh? Listen, man, Lil RK was just performing with Cardi B, hanging out with Meek Mill, rocking the chain. The funny thing is, it was like a week after the Super Bowl, and Robert Kraft still had the chain on. Everybody like a dope chain. LaParis, I got a birthday coming up. I like a dope chain too. I'm just saying. Robert Kraft might have been in a situation that might hurt him a little bit. Then again, it might not. You know, somebody at work told me this recent situation with Robert Kraft is going to embarrass his family. And I said, maybe it will, but his street cred just went through the roof. To be a good rapper, you got to have street cred. In case you guys don't know, Robert Kraft was recently connected to a long operational sting of people that was going into a massage parlor and getting a little more than they shoulders rubbed. You know what I'm talking about? But the funny thing is, I don't know if Robert Kraft knew this or if he, but this thing could get pretty dirty, LaParis. They saying it's not just some guys who's getting happy endings.
I bet it's disgusting in there. You're talking about a little dirty. I bet it's disgusting.
This ain't just guys getting happy endings, bro. They saying that the girls was forced there. They were promised, like, what's the word? They was promised that they would get like citizenship here in America, and they basically saying it's like a sex trafficking ring, man. And my boy Lil RK might have got himself tied up in something dirty. The crazy thing is, the media came out and said that Robert Kraft's name isn't the biggest name involved, which led me with, well, why the hell we leading with Robert Kraft? Give us the big name. I mean,
you know who the other name is. Why wouldn't they believe with that other name?
Who the other name?
You know.
I don't. Brady?
You know, 45. It's 45. I think he's number 45, if I'm not mistaken. He's 45. It's
Mr.
45.
Cheeto Puff himself.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
I feel so sorry for these chicks, man. I feel sorry for these chicks. LaParis, listen, first of all, sex trafficking is jacked up. You promise somebody, you know, freedom, and then instead you actually enslave them and force them to do sex acts. That's probably one of the worst things you could do to a person. But if it could get any worse, it's making them perform sex acts on old Cheeto Puff looking ass Donald Trump. That's terrible. Please tell me that 45 was not in there. Ew.
Hey, they didn't say no names. That's who I think it is.
Oh, that's who
I think it was 45.
Okay.
And I don't understand why they wouldn't say the other name. They came right out and said Kraft. So why wouldn't they say a bigger name?
Right under the bus.
Yeah, so I that's why I think it's 45. That's what I think. I could be wrong though, but trust me, we will find out. TMZ is on it right now. They are on it. TMZ, hey, Spade, allegedly it's footage. I mean, I don't want to see the footage, but allegedly,
oh my God. Why would it be
footage of Robert Kraft, Lil RK, Lil RK getting it in, bro.
Man, Lil RK gonna bounce back.
Compromising position, it say. So
let me ask you this: somebody hit me up on Twitter and said, "Do you think the league is gonna force Robert Kraft to sell his team?" I said,
absolutely
no.
not, man. No way.
Hell no. If anything, the league probably want to know that. Let me stop. Let me be more serious about this. I'm not gonna crack jokes here, but no, I don't think Robert Kraft going down like that. I think he got a whole lot of money. When you got a whole lot of money, you can finagle your way around some things. Now, when this footage come out, it's gonna be damning for whoever is caught in it and whoever watch it. I'm not watching it. It's gonna be damning for everybody involved if you watch it or if you in it. But I tell you what, I believe Robert Kraft got enough money to get out of this situation.
Oh, definitely.
And with me not even being his attorney, the first thing I'm gonna think is if I went to a massage parlor and I ordered a happy ending, I don't know these chicks is forced to be here. So even if that's the case, hey, I mean, how was Robert to know that? And I'm not trying to defend Robert Kraft before y'all come to me. I'm just saying, I don't know how you recognize a willing happy ending from a forced happy ending. I don't know. Because I ain't never had one, but I think my eyes will be closed. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna say
look
this.
At the look on their face.
I don't think the NBA. I don't think the NFL is gonna force him to sell his team. I think his family may make him step down, and they may put his son, that's like a vice president of like.
They gonna keep it in the family.
I think, like, they might just let him run the shit and tell Robert Kraft, fall back. Like, you this age, fall back, let him handle it now. You just play the background. Now, that's what I think may happen. I think his family may be like, okay, Pop, it's time. But I definitely don't feel like the NFL is going to make him sell a team. No way. And I know I seen somebody on Twitter say, well, they made the dude from Carolina sell his team. It's a little different. That was workplace shit. Like, he was being like sexist. It was going down in the workplace. Yeah, this dude got to go in the workplace. Robert Kraft, you know, I'm not condoning it, but it was outside of the workplace. It was him, and you know, unless they said, oh, Robert Kraft sexually assaulted or raped these women, then that's something totally different. Right. But that's not the case. It just looked like he paid for a prostitute. That's what it's looking like.
He's only charged with like 2 counts of soliciting prostitution. So I'm not saying that's okay. But I'm saying the bigger thing here is whether or not it's an illegal sex trafficking ring. That ain't got nothing to do with Lil RK. He ain't charged with anything in that, obviously.
It was not a good day for people with the names with the initials RK. You know, they got Robert Kraft, they got R. Kelly.
Damn.
Yeah, it was not a good day. Like, it went down. It went down that day. Like, it was not a good day for those guys. But Lil RK gonna be alright though. I'm gonna tell you what, he really out here feeling like he a rapper. My favorite memes, Spade, I wish we could put memes and shit and pictures and shit on this show. But my favorite meme was Lil RK had his tongue out. Lil RK had his tongue out and said that the meme wrote, "Where the hoes at? Where the hoes at?"
Pete, what I just read, man, it said Kraft won't be extradited from Massachusetts. Or even be required to appear at arraignment. Matter of fact, many first-time offenders end up paying a couple $100 fine. Y'all don't think he finna get out of this? What?
Bro, I don't care. I don't care if he was all that, bro. He got billions of dollars. He would have been fine, I'm telling you. Unless it would have been news came out like he was running that shit, like he was the one running that shit, then that's something different. But him just paying, like I said, I'm not condoning it at all.
Wait. What are you not condoning?
I'm not condoning this man paying for prostitution. Paying for a prostitute. Like
in a massage parlor? Wait. See, because I got some questions.
He got a handy dandy, bro. That's what I'm assuming.
Alright. Okay.
I don't want, matter of fact, I'm not watching the footage because I know TMZ on it. The footage is out there.
I don't know that. I just kind of want to know where you stand. This probably is time, and I might end up editing all this out, but I just want to know.
Nah, hell no, don't edit this. Hell no, let this fly.
If you go get a massage and they, let's say, hey, we seen Rush Hour 2. You go get a massage and they offer you a happy ending, you not gonna take it?
Bro, see, this is listen.
See what I'm saying?
This is where it gets construed, because if you go in there expecting, like they say they got footage of old boy walking in there, paying funds, and then it's going down. So it looked like you pay. Now, if you in there getting your shoulders rubbed.
Oh, you pay when you leave. I don't know how this works.
Listen, bro. See you. I think you overthinking this shit, Spade.
I'm guilty.
I think how you think it went down, it didn't go like that.
You saying he just came in, like, skipped the massage and all that, shouty bad, I want to know
They said he made numerous, like, he been to this spot mad times, so he know what's going down in there.
They know what's going down too then. I don't understand. I'm at a loss now.
You overthinking this, bro.
I want to be quiet because I don't want to make it sound like I'm not taking this situation serious enough, but I legit feel like that I think it happened. I think people be getting happy endings.
You think in every massage parlor that's what's going down?
No, not every. No.
You think in a lot?
Yeah, I think half. Not half?
Not half.
What do you think?
If you want to say 25%, I'll go with that.
25%? You think it's that low? Okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay, I mean, I ain't saying like massage envy. Like, you're not going in massage envy and getting a rubbing tub. But I'm saying,
Jesus
we gotta get off this topic. I am gonna get myself in some trouble,
bro. We gotta report the news, bro. But it's reported that he been in there in numerous. And let me tell you, if they would have said a couple or a few, you'd be like, he been in there a handful of times. No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? He been in there a handful of times. No pun intended. But when you say somebody been in there numerous times, come on, man. It's like that number is so big you don't even know how many times.
Nah, that's good. That's good journalism. That's probably like 7. That's like 7.
Shit,
7 is numerous.
I think. Okay.
I'm riding for RK, man. I know.
Hey, listen,
I'm trying to think. I feel like I think this might happen more than we think, bro.
I don't know, bro.
You
mean down here, or you mean in massage parlors? Period.
In some of them weird looking late night massage parlors, bro. I have been back when I lived in the A. I have been shooting down 75 late midnight 1 a.m. and a light be on at a massage parlor. What the hell going on at a massage parlor that late? I think it happens.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I've never been to a massage parlor. I don't know what happens.
I live in Jersey and I live by New York. And in New York, you can go get anything you want. And I ain't talking about no happy ending. You can go get anything you want all times of night.
All massage parlors.
Yeah, if you want to go get a massage at like 4 in the morning in New York or 3 in the morning, yes, it's open. You can go get one.
So LePage, you think massage parlors is open at 3 a.m. just doing it by the book?
I'm not. I said about 25%. I'm probably doing some wild shit in there. I'll give you 25%. Hey, if somebody think the number is bigger, put it in the comment section. Let me know.
Help
I'm just
me,
saying,
y'all, because this is
uncharted territory for the boy. Like it's like 80%. Now you said not massage envy. I understand that.
My wife won't even let me turn around in the parking lot of a massage parlor. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that she think what I think. Now we could both be wrong. I don't know. I think it goes
Bro,
down.
you can go get
at least that's
massages.
what I was led to believe.
Massages?
What you say?
It's couple massages. You can get a couple massage.
Yeah, I know. But I might have accidentally led her to believe that I just want to go solo. You know what I'm saying? So that probably messed me all up. I won't never know what the inside of a massage parlor look like. I don't know. One of our listeners has been. Some of y'all probably got some experiences. I'm not asking y'all to self-incriminate, especially with what's going on with Lil RK. But just hit the comment section. Let me know if I'm wrong. Maybe, because I just been hearing stories and maybe I've been led astray. Maybe I've been misled.
Bro, I just don't think that number is that high. You talking like you saying 80% or something.
No, I said half. I said half.
50% is kind of high, bro. These motherfuckers would be out of business.
Man, if
50%?
If you an officer of the law and you ride by a massage parlor open at 1 a.m., you ought to just bust that shit anyway. You ought to just kick in the door. What the hell y'all doing in here? Go home. What are y'all doing in here? Everybody's under arrest. What the hell are y'all doing in here?
Spade, you gotta, sometimes, you gotta stay open late because you ain't massage envy, bro. You gotta get them stragglers.
I guess. I truly don't know.
I'm not denying what you said going down in these spots ain't going down. I just don't think the number that high. I think some of these spots are trying to be legit and be on the up and up, which is no pun intended either.
Okay, wait. One last thing and then we can move forward. LePage, twice I've seen somebody on IG be like, "Hey, hit my business email. I do traveling massages," and I'll be looking like, whoa, is that kind of money in traveling massages? Are these like regular? And I just don't know. I just need to be educated. I don't know. Why would I order a traveling massage when it's massage envies all around this bitch? So I need to know.
So you think Spade?
That's what I'm saying. I think. We'll continue this conversation after the cameras go off, bro.
Listen. See, you talking about something totally different. You don't change the subject to these IG chicks.
No. I'm not just saying just that. I'm just saying, okay.
I'm talking about a legitimate business with a tax ID number, which these places of business allegedly needs. Not allegedly, they need that.
I got you. What I'm saying is this. If I don't know. Let's move forward because I feel like I'm digging a hole I ain't gonna be able to get out of.
Listen, man. I think Lil RK will be alright, man. But I'm gonna tell you what.
Watch.
He really is walking around here like he down with the dream chasers. Like he
a rapper. His street cred through the roof right now, bro.
Yeah. Listen, he'll be alright. He gonna pay the fine. Probably gonna donate some money to like a charity that help like sex trafficking. he gonna be Gucci. He gonna be Gucci.
Yeah, man.
You ready to move on, bro? That
Please,
topic right there.
Please get me off that topic.
Please, yes.
Please.
Spade, let's take it to the pick'em game where you finessed me last week. I don't appreciate that shit.
Up two.
I don't appreciate. Hey, y'all.
Hey, are you ever gonna win a season of pick'em?
Bro, first of all, you finessed me last week. I said
Ever?
Team Brian.
Ever?
All right, Spade, I got a good one for us this week, though. Because you finessed me last week, and I don't appreciate that shit. You supposed to be my homie.
I did no such
Now
thing.
you act
bro.
like you don't know me.
I did you a solid.
Listen, man. I got a good one for us, Spade. Utah. The Utah Jazz versus the Denver Nuggets. I already know where I'm going, and you should already know where I'm going if you know me. But who do you have and why?
Wow, this one's tough. Utah, Denver.
It's at Denver.
I think, give me Utah, man. Give me Utah.
Wow.
Give me Donovan Mitchell.
And
Give me Rudy
my
Gobert.
Dude, give me my homie Nikola Jokic. Give me Jokic. Give me Jokic. Yeah, that's my guy. Give me the Denver Nuggets. I'm gonna give you a score, Spade, because I think it's gonna be a high scoring game.
I don't have no score. I'm
gonna say 127, 120.
Yeah, okay. I'll buy some of that.
Spade, it was crazy. I don't remember what game I watched. Was it yesterday? It might have been the Thunder game yesterday. It was like 147, 149, 147. They almost scored 300 points out there. That shit is crazy. It looked like, first of all, Spade, before we even close the show, Paul George has been playing phenomenal, bro.
He has,
like him and Westbrook scored. I think they both scored 40 last night.
However, I feel like when we say that, we got to give Russell Westbrook some credit, because you and I said on this very podcast
we did.
that Westbrook is going to have to take a step back. He's going to have to take a step back, and I feel like he did. And then when he did, everybody complimented Paul George for how well he's playing, which he's deserving of. But also, man, we seeing Westbrook do something that at times we question whether or not he could do. Could he play second fiddle to anybody else? And he has.
That's true. Hey, Spade, I got it real quick, though. Another quick question I'm going to ask you. Do you think the Thunder is an admirable opponent to the Warriors? Or do you think it's still the Warriors shit to lose?
Man, look here.
Go ahead.
The Warriors are rolled them boys in the best out of 7, and you know it and I know it.
I was just trying to make your sport exciting, but you just told everybody.
Oh, my sport is already exciting. How many NFL
No, it ain't. No, it ain't, because we already know we're going to win the championship.
How many NFL
Your sport is not exciting
we
because we
have
already
on
know we're going
today's
to win.
show? All we talked about was Lil RK, right? Ain't nothing else. How many leagues y'all got? You got 3 leagues.
Season.
You got 3 leagues.
It's the off season.
You got 3 leagues.
Your sport ain't exciting. You just told me that the Warriors are rolling boy. Do the Warriors have any competition in the West?
Yeah, the Rockets.
Don't say Houston.
If everybody's healthy. Look, man.
Don't say Houston.
The Rockets.
Stop it. Close the show, bro. Go ahead.
Why is that not true? If everybody healthy, why is that not true?
Week, bro.
All right.
Strong
See,
form.
you asked me.
Because we already know James Harden about to get in
then-
the playoffs and act like a whole different dude.
Okay. All right.
We already
I
know
guess
Chris
that's
Paul gonna get hurt. Just saying, Chris Paul was backpacking them boys.
Bro, I'm
last
not going to
night.
let you speak
not
that
last
into
night.
existence.
Last
I'm not
year,
going to
you
let
ain't
you
even
say that.
wanna give Chris Paul
Let
credit.
me go ahead and move forward. Prepare some other
Please
stuff
do.
right now. Last segment of today's show, we call this segment the Strong Arm Performer of the Week. It's a very prestigious podcast award, and you know, a lot of times, man, we scour multiple sports to make sure we're giving this award away to the most deserving male or female athlete who raised his or her level of play to ensure that their team got the victory. The Paris, you on a 2-week streak of figuring this shit out. Can you continue? Who's your Strong Arm Performer of the Week?
I don't care what you even talking about right now, because we on show like 209 or something, and you done gave James Harden about the award about 162 times.
I think he's only gotten it once
about
this
me
season.
Figuring it out. I get
He's
an
only
award. I
gotten it
want to
once
get an
this
award
season.
too, and when
So
I
you
give
just
it
lied.
to him,
You
the
just
award
lied
is
to
on
the
the way.
people.
It's on the way.
Go ahead,
So I
bro.
want to say this. This week right here, I got a good one. It's a guy that, I don't feel like he gets his just due. He's always, he's one of the best bigs in the league, regardless how you feel about him. The dude plays ball, man. He could be a little better offensively, but he's been getting it done. Probably should have been an all-star too, by the way. And I'm talking about Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond had 26 points, 21 rebounds, 5 steals, and a 125-122 win over your spade Atlanta Hawks. And for that performance right there, Andre Drummond, you are my strong arm performer of the week. A 20-20 game and 5 steals, spade? Good God.
Didn't Trae Young get him like 30 in that game?
Who?
Did Trae Young get them boys about 30 in that game? I believe he did.
Yeah, but they lost.
30.
And I'm going to tell you what, man. It's
30.
crazy, Spade, because everything that we said about the little skills competition, that people struggle with. So we talked about the passing, we talked about the shot, and that all came to fruition. Trae Young had a problem with that chest pass, and my homie Fox could not hit that jump until it was too late.
That's facts. That's pretty good, bro. Let me get my award.
And I'm gonna tell you what, I'm becoming a fan of Trae Young, man. I was very vocal about Trae Young. You know, basically because of the type of season Luka was having. I'm like, damn, the Hawks traded Luka for Trae Young. But Trae Young is becoming a good player in this league. Like, yeah, he is looking like he's going to be quite all right. He's going to be all right.
Be okay. Let me tell you something. I actually met Grant Hill, and we had a conversation about Trae Young. I did not know that Grant Hill was part of the ownership team that owns the Atlanta Hawks. Did you know that?
Yes, I did. Go ahead.
I did not know that. But he said we was worried when we took Trae that he wouldn't be able to get his shot off. He said everything after we realized he can get his shot off, we not worried about it. Everything else we checked off. We knew he was gonna be all right on. Trae gonna be okay. Anyway, let me get my award away, bro. I'm torn. I don't know who to give mine to. I'm looking at a box score right here. I got one guy that went off for 45 points, 9 boards, 7 dimes, and a steal. He had a damn teammate that went off for 43 points, 15 rebounds, 8 dimes, and 2 steals, and a block.
Yeah, that's them Thunder Boys, I know.
That's them damn Thunder Boys. I think I'm going to lean toward that of Russell Westbrook because I'm tired of the fact that everybody want to slander this man and act like he's not a good ball player. First of all, Paul George played 50 minutes in that game. Holy moly, donut shop. Of course, that went extra time, but I want to give it to Russell Westbrook. 43 points, 15 boards, 8 dimes, 2 blocks, 2 steals and 1 block. Russell Westbrook for that performance in a 1-point win over a tough Utah Jazz team. You are my strong arm performer of the week.
Yeah, man. I like the way they playing over there, man. And I'm gonna tell you what, man. I asked you that about the Thunder because I think they starting to believe it, Spade. I think they starting to believe they got a shot. And we talked about confidence and belief and all that. I feel like they feel they got a shot. I think they believe that. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I honestly feel, it's some players be like, oh yeah, we got as good as a chance as any team. Nah, that don't be the case. They don't really be believing that shit. Like a team like the Bills going there and be like, our goal is to win the Super Bowl. That might be the goal, but that shit ain't happening. That shit ain't happening.
Right.
I think the Thunder actually believe they can compete with them boys.
Well, I tell you what.
Go ahead.
It is fair to admit, in my honest opinion, all jokes aside, being completely serious, this Warrior team is loaded as they are. They have sent, look, man, I see the most holes in their armor this year than I have in a very long time. And I want to believe it's because it's not the postseason yet. And they're going to turn up once it's playoff time. And it's probably some of that. But I'm telling you, man, they've won some very close games that could have easily went the other way. We've seen them lose big leads. They look as weak as you could expect one of the greatest teams ever assembled to look. And if it's possible, then OKC got a right to feel like they could be the guys. I feel like if you could get a completely healthy Houston team, they got a shot. And OKC probably got a shot.
I still got Golden State believing it, but I'm telling you, the way these guys is playing, the way Paul George is playing out his mind, I don't know if he's going to wear down. I don't know if he's going to wear down and if he's going to, because he did what he shot, like 2 for 20 something in the playoffs last year. Yeah. Shot something crazy like that.
Hey,
I'm not saying it's going to happen and they're going to beat the Warriors. I'm just saying I think they can. And like I said, Spade, people will say that and they don't really feel that way. They don't really feel that way. But I think they do. I think they really do.
I'll tell you what.
But I can buy some of that with the Rockets too. I just wish the Rockets didn't give up all them defensive players that they gave up. regardless how you felt about Trevor Ariza in that corner pulling threes, Spade, we know he's a long, lanky defender that can, you know, defend the perimeter and all that stuff.
That's true.
And same thing with µ. He can't, you know, I know he's been hurt this year, but still, I ain't like them giving up all them defenders they gave up.
I didn't either, but I will tell you this. We honestly felt like I didn't know what the hell they were going to do with Kenneth Faried once Clint Capella came back. And I saw they played both them dudes on the court at the same time and was making that shit work. They was making that shit work.
You was caping for Buddy Hield. Who been still caping for Kenneth Faried even when he was in Denver? Freedom animal.
Look, wait. Don't compare that. I was caping for Buddy Hield because I knew his talent. You caping for Kenneth Faried because he's from Jersey. That's not
true. I'm caping for Kenneth Faried because I know what he can do. People was telling me Kenneth Faried is washed. That don't look like the case.
Man, and let me tell you, Buddy still can run up and down that damn court, man. Look, they would give up a score, and he would be the first man down the court. They would inbound that shit to James Harden, and he baseball passed it all the way down. Kenneth Faried would beat everybody back. Like, I ain't know Faried was still getting up and down the court like that. That I didn't know.
And this dude couldn't even get burned with the Nets. Like, come on, man.
Man,
come on, coach.
It's all about scheme.
I mean, I buy that. Even when they got him, they was like, I remember, you know, you was like, yo, Faried. And I was like, yo, they want him exactly what they did with Capella. They wanted him to run that pick and roll, and they going to throw lobs. He going to block shots. He's still going to rebound. Led the nation in college in rebounding. So he's an effort guy, and he going to give you all he got. That's my guy.
And he has not posted a single-digit scoring game since joining the Rockets. Every game has been double digits. Every game.
It's my guy.
Yeah, man. He been getting it in.
Hey, Faried, we see you. Hey, bro, we went to overtime. We done dead strong up performer of the week, and now we in OT. You're welcome, y'all. That's what you get on Strong Arm Sports.
We don't know how to shut up. I'm done, though. I'm done.
Spade, before we close the show, you got anything else to add, man?
Nothing at all, bro. I'm done.
I was just trying to make the NBA exciting. I want to believe the Thunder believe that they can beat the Warriors because Spade said they're going to get steamrolled. They're going to get their doors blown off by the Warriors in the 7-game series. I'm just trying to make the NBA exciting because everybody already know the Warriors going to win that joint. I'm just trying to make the NBA exciting. It's about 20 games left. Yeah, we got to hope for the best, y'all.
Yeah, I get it.
Because we know the Rockets is not beating those boys.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm just trying to make the NBA.
Yeah, I get it.
Spade, you ain't got nothing else to add before I close the show?
No, I want to end the show so I can check the comment section and find out about these massage parlors. Please.
Oh my gosh. Listen, man, we want to thank y'all for Hey, first of all, if you ever got a massage, a real massage, yo, what do you think to put? We need to run a poll, bro, on our thing, man.
No, we don't,
on our Twitter.
Because I already feel like I'm going to get in trouble. Let's just wrap the show, bro. You're going to get me in more trouble.
All right, listen. We want to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Strong Arm Sports, man. We cannot thank you guys enough for your continued support. As usual, if you new here, bang the subscribe button. If you're a regular, hit the like button. It takes 2 seconds. There's also a little bell up there. You can click that bell. It says a notification to your mobile device to let you know that a new episode has been uploaded to our YouTube channel. If you don't want to see two dudes arguing in a box, it's okay. We got audio podcasts everywhere. SoundCloud, UPodOmatic, iTunes, Spotify. We are everywhere. There's no reason. I screamed at him, Spade. You heard me? We everywhere. There's no reason why you guys should ever miss a show. Can't thank you enough for your continued support. We'll see you guys next episode. We out. Peace.
Now, after I was able to do a little more research, I found out that Zion did not indeed wear this same shoe all season. He's actually worn a variety of Nike shoes, and I found this information on CBSSports.com.